right, first of all, here is a story that you're going to be raving about. Some thieving ravens are making life miserable for some Costco shoppers in Anchorage, Alaska. The birds hang out in the parking lot where they figured out how to distract shoppers while their accomplices swoop in and steal food right out of their grocery carts. One man who lost a rib, I mean a pork rib, not his actual rib. They really aren't Alfred Hitchcock birds, but this man was quoted as saying, "These birds know what they're doing. They're very fat, so I think they've got a whole system there." Well, I wish the Senate Republicans were that well organized. That would be something to crow about. I hear some groaning out there in the audience. Thank you for laughing, Bill, because nobody else did.
As Keith told me, he said, whenever Mike says something, laughs.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had to tell you that, huh? Wow, that makes me feel really funny, doesn't it?
It's actually funnier than that joke.
Yeah, probably so. Okay, so last week, the U.S. Strategic Air Command sent out a mysterious Twitter tweet that was nothing but gibberish. Was it a secret code? Maybe it was a missile attack. A UFO invasion. No, somebody just left their computer unattended, and his toddler wandered in, tapped on the keyboard, and hit send. You see, I think this is why even the Democrats don't want President Biden to have the nuclear codes. Hey, it's a good thing that guy didn't have a pet raven, or we'd be bombing Costco right now. Anyway, officials reassured the public that there was nothing to be concerned about. Well, nothing other than maybe toddlers being in command of the government, but you knew that already, right? Yeah. All right, from our Huck's Criminal Mastermind desk comes the story of alleged mafia drug trafficker Mark Farron Claude Biart. What a name. He fled Italy, and for 7 years, police searched everywhere, but they couldn't find him. Well, this is until they put on YouTube and they saw him hosting his own Italian cooking series in the Dominican Republic. I don't think he understands what it means to be on the lam. I mean, it was a pretty saucy move, right? Some might even say that it was cheesy. That one really died. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, he didn't show his face on camera, and he was using a fake name, Muscles Marinara.
What?
I said Muscles Marinara, his fake name. Anyway, the cops, you know how they recognized him? By the tattoos on his arms. I mean, who else has a meatball tattoo? That was a dead giveaway. But now, just like Chef Boyardee, he's in the can. Yeah. They're turning on me. They're turning on me, Bill.
I think I'm finding out why Keith took the night off.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you're exactly right. All right, here's a story about some kangaroos that you'll get a real kick out of. Researchers, you see, they didn't even get that one either. Anyway, researchers studying some wild kangaroos that were in captivity discovered that if they were given food in a box, they would stare at the researchers until they opened the boxes. They believe it was the kangaroo's way of asking for help. Or maybe it was their way of saying, "Are you nuts? We're kangaroos. We can't open boxes." So the scientists say this proves that animals don't have to be domesticated like dogs to ask humans for help. They think other animals do it too. Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. And cats and Democrats sit around expecting it. Yes. Unfortunately, the experiment was ruined when the kangaroos finally got the boxes open and some ravens stole their food. All right, finally, if you think the candy bars in your office's vending machines are stale, well, someone looking through the attic of a manor house in England found a tin containing a chocolate bar that was 121 years old. It was actually a gift for New Year's Day of 1900 from Queen Victoria to veterans of the Second Boer War. A historian said that the chocolate is in remarkably good condition, but you wouldn't want to eat it for Easter because only Peeps are still edible after 121 years.
This is very true.
That's right.
Very true.
Well, Peeps and fruitcakes, they're still edible after 121 years.
Very true.
So If you do want to try eating it, first, search your attic for George Washington's wooden teeth to chew it with. Yep.
That didn't help. I'm sorry.
It didn't help at all.
That's rough.
Well, just like facts at a White House press conference, it's time to make ourselves scarce. But always remember, we read the news,